Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 11, Foolish Burials. I am your host, as always, Virinity Void. This here is Part 9. If you want to know what happened in the previous part, please go watch the last part. I encourage it. As for the national ideas we will be reading today, let us go with one we haven't done before. You know what? We're gonna read some Makamatsu national ideas. Yeah. So the third national idea of Makamatsu is one-upmanship. The forbidden lovers always try to one-up each other, each trying to discredit their lover's accomplishments by doing more. Goods produced plus 10%, institution spread plus 10%. And the fourth national idea is Master of the Idiots. Maki and Akamatsu are the OGs of the quote-unquote four idiots, those four being Maki, Akamatsu, KN/Q, and Viri. Although this has meant that those two have suffered the most brain rot, they are also the strongest and most insane among the idiots. Yearly army tradition decay minus 1%. Fire damage received plus 10%. So, Makamatsu, definitely with some interesting national ideas, but Makamatsu is doing a number on Mongolia with Niobuyeyo at their side. Anyways, it is the very early morning hours of November 2nd as I am recording this, and I'm actually pretty happy that about how my Halloween went. My family member did not cancel on me. We actually went out to the attraction, the haunted house that we were scheduled to go to, and it was very fun. I really enjoyed it. We stood out in the rain for an hour or so, but the attraction was well worth it. It wasn't like a couple minutes of cheesy scares. No, it was like 15 minutes of genuine, well put together horror. Well, not horror, but scares. And I had a good time. It was well worth the money. I hope that my family member had a good time too. But anyways, we're here for some AI-only campaign. We have the Anglo-Saxon conquest of Asmat, which is against Macronesia and Brunei. The Lost Anglos may or may not have enough naval power for that. The Ankaroglus and Zestriosia, the Islet, are going after Mzab, so probably going to fully annex them. Breda, Stargard, Nongerheim going after Lam, the Ankaroglus, and Lam's colony. Dongola going... Oh, I forgot to enable... Okay, in the next part, I'll enable Sudan and Tamilakam. That's my bad. I just booted up EU4 tonight, so this is like... I just dove right in, but after this part today, I will enable those two. But Dongola is going after the UAR. Khazar is going after Mesopotamia once again and Madurai. Consejo de la Lucha, otherwise known as Mexico, going after the Aztecs and Mopaca turned Cuba. Yaka going after the UAR. And Zaramar going after the Isle of the Blessed and Fuckofia. So yeah, the United African Republic, they had high expectations in my opinion. I expected them to do a lot more, because Songhai was looking very strong, but no. Dongola is too much, and so is Yaka. And Mzab is probably going to get fully annexed. Zaramar, I don't know if they're really going to land over here in the home territory of the Isle of the Isles, but they will definitely take the Iberian land. Lam is going to get divvied up even more. What else? Fuckofia. I don't know if Zaramar is going to go over to Fuckofia. Probably not, but we'll see. How much do we think Breda is going to take? They want a whole lot. And I think they're gonna get a whole lot. My question is, what if Breda goes against Nongerheim? I mean, I think Nongerheim is gonna win, but what if it's Nongerheim and Belobog? Or, what if it's Stargard and Belobog? No, actually, Stargard wouldn't stand a chance. Even with Belobog. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Kind of tough to see, like, if there's really any, like, combination of two powers that can really stand up to Breda at this point. Because they're spiraling out of control at this point. They really are. Apache, I am surprised you are not being attacked by Consejo yet. The nobles have risen up in Mexico. They're going to get put down. And I have a feeling once Albania borders Mexico, that's it for Mexico. It's because Albania kind of has way too many fucking troops, if you know what I mean. There's really no way Mexico can compete, just in sheer quantity. What else do we got? Dongola, yeah, they're gonna be reaching westward. Ajiran, they're looking pretty good. Somehow Yaman is still surviving. I feel like they're gonna get culled soon enough. And Mesopotamia, they win in India, they lose back west. That's the long and short of it. Looking good in one area, looking terrible in the other. The Lost Angles, are you still at war? Yes, you are. Where's Asmat? It's right here. I really don't think you're gonna go over there. But I could be wrong. I mean, hey, you do have a very good tech advantage against Macronesia, so we'll see. I'm kind of wondering, like, why Macronesia's tech level is so low. Oh, it's probably because of institutions, honestly. They don't even have colonialism, and they don't have printing press or global trade. So, yeah. It's rough times being someone from Macronesia. Miao is going after Nadia, so they are at war with Orissa, Golconda, and Maltasia. And Miao, they're facing stiffer resistance this time around purely because Golconda is throwing everything they have. And I mean everything. Like, Golconda has 0 manpower. Whatever they throw into this fight is all that they have, which is kind of sad. Golconda has had, like, no manpower for actual ages now. Like, more than a generation. They have been on, like, less than 10,000 manpower, so it's rough times. I need to drink some water, because I just had a Reese's cup before this. Also played some Deadlock before this, so I had a good time. Lost a few, won one single game, but, I am there for the single win. Nongerheim's still going through, and they have pieced out. Breda has pieced out with Lamb, and I do believe that... wait. I thought you were supposed to be an alt thingy. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Yeah, weren't you supposed to be an all-thing republic? I'm gonna check something real quick, because if they were, I'm gonna change them back. I swear they were supposed to. Pepsi, because I remember distinctly seeing them as an all-thingy republic before when I started this, but for some reason they switched back. It doesn't say here exactly. I'll ask Pepsi in between this part and the next part, because it doesn't. Actually, it has different. Oh, it has factions. You know what? I'll ask him right now, and if he messages me back in the middle of this part, then I'll change it. I changed all the. Oh, that was the Dane law that was supposed to be all thing. Yeah, okay. So the Dane law is supposed to be an all thing, but I mean they changed governments because Yeah, the Danelaw changed governments purely because of happenstance. Their Republican tradition went down over the course of the wars, and it was unfortunate. I wanted to see, though, how much land Lamb lost. Look at that! Oh my god! Lamb is a mere shadow of its former self, and Breda is... good gods. They are large and in charge, if I do say so. And then Zarmar, they're losing progressively more of North Africa. Mzab has been... no, not fully annexed. Where are they? Oh, they're in West Africa. Dongola succeeded, so did Yaka. Golconda, they're still sending forces, but Miao is closing in. And Baltistan... oh, okay. I thought Baltistan was at war. It's gonna make me a little fearful. And Wari has hired their forces out to Maltasia. The big war here, though, is the Khazars going after Trabzon against the Ankaroglus. So this is a big war. The Ankaroglus and Ajran versus Khazaria, just pure Khazar might. And the Ankaroglus are one military tech behind. So this is going to be a serious test of resources on both sides. The Khazars can take better fights on paper. However, manpower is running thin on both sides, so it might be down to like who loses fewer troops in the fights. Hungary annexed a huge chunk of Fakafia, and they are also integrating the Teutonic Order. Funny how the turntables. I think IRL... I don't... well, actually, in real life, I am not sure the relationship between Hungary and the Teutonic Order. What that relationship was. Hold on. Ah, there it is, the peace deal. Okay, so Zarmar, they completely took over Isle of the Blessed's stuff in Iberia. So Isle of the Blessed is left with their home territory and a little bit their colonial stuff as well, but it's not much. They still have Vermutha, but it's not too much. The Giants are going after Stockholm, which means they're going after Lubeck and Green. The Giants, they may be able to clobber the armies of Green, but can they take down the armies of Lubeck? Lubeck is much more numerous up here. Do they also have a tech advantage? No, they are the same tech level. Green is the one that is one military tech behind. Yes, it seems as though Green may have overestimated their strength, may have overplayed their hand. Yeah, their capital is going down mighty fast. Green, you better have a response or something. Otherwise, you might be out of this war early. The Giants that landed near Lubeck, they're going to be absolutely slaughtered because Lubeck's army, they're ready. They are absolutely ready. The Ankaroglus versus Khazaria, big battle here. Let's see these statistics. The Ankaroglus, they are better in discipline. The Khazars are better in morale. Tactics, only a very, very slight edge to the Khazars. So, you know, are you banking on morale? Are you banking on discipline? We'll see. Yeah, the army of the Khazars are slowly, ever so slowly being withered away. And same for the Ankaroglus, but at a slower rate. The Ankaroglus are doing a little bit better with rationing out their military manpower. How long that's going to go on, though, I'm not sure. And I'm also trying to see if the Giants are going to be able to take the fight to Lubeck. Because the goal is Stockholm. Maybe the Giants are focusing on Green so that, you know, Green is out of the war. And then the Giants can focus on getting Stockholm, but I'm not sure. You need to occupy a little bit more from green, I think, to force them out. Also, the Teutonic Order has been annexed by Hungary. This disjointed form of, good God, Hungary, what are you doing? You know, it's getting there. It's doing work. They just can't take on Belobog. Why are there so many fucking wars? Hakure is going after the Lost Anglos and Australia, or Al Jazeera Al Qadra turned Australia. So Al Jazeera is allied with the Lost Anglos. Bone and the Shanzhou Alliance are going after Macronesia and Brunei. Carib is going after Mopaka. Choctamal is going after Aztec. We already saw that one. Already saw this one. Isle of the Blessed is trying to take on Oyo, so maybe Isle of the Blessed is looking for some African, like, haven. Mesopotamia is going after Golconda and Sindh. Miao still going after Orissa. Neobuyeyo and the Shanzhou Alliance are also going after the Lost Anglos. And Zaromar is going after Peru. Oh, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Zaromar? That's a bold statement. You want to go after Chenla turned Peru? Okay. Interesting. And we have... How do you have Gilman or rebels? Of all things, how do you get the Gilman to rise up? You don't even have Gilman. Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not sure, but you know, I'll let you do you. And it does not look like there are any naval landings down here. None whatsoever. Wari has all of Taiwan. The Shanzhou Alliance, yeah. They're chilling out. Makamatsu took a little bit out of Mongolia, but Mongolia still has a chance to get an ally, maybe. Maybe. Hopefully. Miao is going after Golconda, and it looks as though Mesopotamia is going to consolidate their gains in India. Interesting. How are the Khazars doing, and how are the Giants doing? Okay, so green is being sent back, but green is also unsieging their capital. I don't think they're going to give in very easily, and I think the Giants may be spread a little bit too thin. They don't have any manpower, and their army is slowly withering away, but Lubeck has far fewer troops, actually. The only thing that is saving Lubeck is the fact that they can take these small skirmishes and win. That's like the only good thing. However, big skirmish, big battle actually, and Lubeck loses. Those are men that Lubeck cannot replace. Losses that are too numerous to count. And was there peace? There is peace here, and I don't think any land was exchanged. No, there was not. So the Ankaroglus and Khazaria, they don't. Wait a minute. Wow. You look at this right here, the Ankaroglus, they still have 145k on the field with manpower to boot. Khazaria, 45k on the field, no manpower. They are exhausted. What happened? I swear, it looked like the Ankaroglus were like, they were actually like on the same level of manpower depletion, maybe a little bit better off, but I guess the Khazars took really bad fights. I don't know. Maybe they got stack wiped a couple times. Seemingly, something happened. Stargard, are you involved in anything? No, you're just spectating as the fireworks go off in Scandinavia. The Giants, they are struggling to complete this war. They have the war goal of Stockholm, but Green is still in this war, and Green still has troops to send, and Lubeck isn't giving up either. They still have troops to send as well. I mean, to Nomgerheim's credit, they are transporting a hell of a lot of troops over. They are really trying to funnel or fund this effort to reclaim their land in Scandinavia. I'm just not sure if it's going to be successful or not. Lubeck is putting up one hell of a fight along with Green. Not really the alliance I expected, but it's working. It is legitimately working. Oh god, what do we got? Okay, so green pieced out. It is now just Nongerheim against Lubeck. This is something much more palatable, something Nongerheim can actually win. The Alpine Federation is going after Zotomar, just straight up, like against Zotomar. They think they can go after him with the help of Hungary. Bone, Shanzhou Alliance, and Maltasia going after Macaronesia, Brunei. Miao and Orissa. I guess Orissa is now a vassal of Miao. They are going after Baltistan. So the last bastion, the last serious power of the Tibetans, it's being challenged. Neo Buyeo, yeah, they're still going after him. Razwi and Imerina going after Fraxinatum. Where's Fraxinatum? Oh. Yeah, Fraxinatum. I think this might be the end. Genuinely, I think it might be. I don't know if they have any land elsewhere. They might. We'll see, but I have my doubts. Because Nongerheim doesn't have anything in the Balkans anymore. Thestias mostly owns the Balkans, and they're trying to rebuild there. Alpine Federation, though, they beat back Zotomar. Wait, what? That's not something I expected. Wait, Zotomar? Are things collapsing before? Hold up. So, Zotomar has about the same amount of discipline, less morale, and ever so slightly less tactics, and you're taking crossing and terrain penalties here? Zotomar? You got manpower to work with, but what's going on? You just barely win the battle. You just barely win that. It was looking really fucking dicey, Zotomar. If you lost that battle, this war might be over before it even really got going. Oh, goodness. Okay, so the Giants, I think they won that war, right? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they own more in this area than they did before things started. So the Giants, they are doing well in Scandinavia. Lubeck is not invincible, and Nongerheim grows just that little bit more. On the Ankaroglus. Are you in this? Oh, that's Zestriosia in there. Zestriosia's independence is supported by Breda. I have to imagine the Ankaroglus do not want that to happen. Zotomar and Colombo. Okay. Yeah, before Hungary arrived, I would have said I was shocked that the Alpine Federation was doing as well as they were. Now that Hungary has arrived, it's more or less over. Because Zotomar, sure, you're hiding out in North Africa. You're taking some occupations there. I hope you see what's on the horizon. That 3-star general, that 3663 general right there, Zotomar. I hope you see that, because that's coming for your ass. That's a completely separate war. The Ankaroglus declared a completely separate war. Oh, Ava going after Huari. Breda is going after an exhausted Lubeck, so Lubeck and Green, they're going to be feeling the wrath of the strongest power in the world. Hassa is going after Golconda, and Golconda's being divvied up, unfortunately. Who is that? Baltistan actually took some land over here in the Deccan, but I have a feeling that's going to be taken away because Madra is going after Baltistan, as well as Miao and Orissa. So, sad times for the Tibetans, if I do say so. Miao, as much... Actually, hold on. It's going to be sad for the Tibetans over here, because I don't think Baltistan can hold this land in the Deccan. Miao might be struggling a little bit to take on Baltistan in their home area up here in the mountains, and also in the contested region of Bengal. Because Baltistan and Drigung, they have teamed up their forces. They're in this what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. The area of Kachin. They're in the area of Kachin, Assam, and they're ready to go. If Orissa and Miao do not gather up their forces and take a good fight, Baltistan might actually turn the tide of this war. Wari, can you face off against Ava? Yeah, Ava declared this war, and somehow, like, Ava was not prepared at all, and Wari is just mopping the floor. And Ava has better tech level. What is going on? This is a 1v1, Ava. How did you... Makamatsu Conquest of Ningyuan? Oh, this is... So Wari... Wait, hold on, what? How are you... And where's Ningyuan? Oh, Wari has land up here. I completely forgot they did. My bad. But yeah, Wari's going to lose this land up here. But over here, they're succeeding against Ava. Ava has nothing left. There's just nothing. Their army completely decimated. And Miao, they're consolidating their forces. And even though they're in two separate wars, Madurai is also doing work, putting pressure on Baltistan just at the same time as Miao and Orissa are. So Baltistan getting attacked by two forces and getting pressured by two separate political entities. It's unfortunate for Baltistan, but people just didn't like that. People did not like them intruding on their respective regions, I guess. Oh, and Zaramar is being attacked by Lam over colonial possessions. Okay. And let's take a look at Lubeck. Yeah, the capital is down. And Breda is taking their sweet time just cruising through Lubeck's land. Any sort of navy that Lubeck has will be defeated. Because Breda and Stargard, they're both hungry. They both want some land. You know who else is hungry? Every single enemy from Zaramar. Like, man, that's... No one around them likes Zaramar. Not Lam, not the Ankaro Glues, not the Alpine Federation. They have no friends. It's kind of the story of the Catholics in this campaign. The Catholics have no friends. Or almost no friends. The papacy, the Alpine Federation, and Hungary. Actually, we don't even have fucking papacy anymore. Do we? Oh, that's right. Papal fucking Brazil or whatever. Somehow they survive over here. Nongerheim, they lost this land somehow. Maybe it was to revolt. Also, Zaramar did not succeed against Chenla, so interesting. Mexico's almost fully annexed the Aztecs and Chactemal. Mopaca needs to deal with some rebels. Carib is now a tributary. They are forced into being a tributary, but Carib is a tributary nonetheless. The Giants, they are going after La Plata. Yayoi is not going to be happy about this. Giant Brazil. I find that funny. You've heard of Brazil and how big it is normally. Now get ready for giant Brazil. Good times. Yeah, Alpine Federation, they took almost half of Iberia right there. Like, there's a clear divide now in Iberia. Just a very, very clear divide. Sorry about that. I was a little loud on the microphone. Yeah, did you peace out? You peaced out with Baltistan. Did you take anything? You did not take anything. Wari won against Avan, took a very generous portion of Burma. Oh, God. Apologies about that. I had to mute my microphone for a second. I had to cough very loudly, so didn't want that to peak the microphone too much. I just noticed when Bukhara and Khazaria meet, it's gonna be kind of hard to tell the borders. Oh well. Oh my goodness, I need some water. Oh boy. Lamb and Zaramar, they're duking it out in Iberia, but despite how badly beaten Lamb has been, they still find it in them to muster forces and muster the strength to fight and go after Zaramar, and they won that battle up there that you saw. Despite being, what, two military techs behind. Zaramar just cannot catch a break. It is, like, over the course of like 1 to 2 parts, it has become absolutely brutal for anyone in Iberia. Mesopotamian conquest of Mahakoshal. So you're going after Handia. But Handia, I don't believe, can put up much of a fight, Mesopotamia. So you're picking on the people who can't fucking do anything. That's not nice. Also, the Lost Anglos lost everything they had in Korea. So Neo Buyeyo with that nice 40 development Hanseong is so good. Maltasia being invaded by Pagaroyon, conquest of Johor. So, unfortunately, the malted merchants under Duke Milton Malt just wasn't enough. I might, some of these tags I'm probably going to keep for later, because I really like Maltasia. I just like the descriptions I gave them, like right here. Brewed drinks. Some would say the drinks we brew from the malt we produce are nearly perfect, a compliment we relish hearing. Such a legacy of brewing with malt as a key ingredient has earned us a rather diplomatic reputation over the generations, and it is something everyone around us appreciates. So it's very fun. This submission in particular has been very fun for me just to look at over and over. I don't know. Also, it's a small thing. I don't think anyone noticed, and I didn't expect anyone to notice, but the flag of Maltasia is actually a stylized version of the Heineken logo, I believe. Let me just check real quick. Heineken. Yep, it's a style. It's a basic stylized version of the Heineken logo. Which the person who made it, props to them. They did a really good job with it, but it's also a very simple logo. Green bars on the side, white down the middle, red star. It's perfect. Oh, I just noticed too, Zaramar lost a lot of their land in North Africa. They're left with only 2 provinces. And Lamb didn't take anything over here, but I think Lamb... Colombo is now independent. Well, how fancy is that? It's good to see you're around, Colombo. You can form... Yeah, as soon as they're at peace, they can go form Colombia. And that'll be that. However, they have a... Oh, God. Who are you at war with? It's the Colombao Colonial War, okay. Good God. Well, I wish you luck, Colombo. I really do. I hope you actually gain independence and form Colombia. That would be pretty cool to see. Also, the Giants, they took a fair portion of La Plata. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Yayoi not going to be happy in the slightest. West Korea is back. What? Hold on. Hold on here. Wait. Hey, wait a minute. We already have a West Korea. They formed Canada. Wait a minute. You can't just do this. What do you mean? Oh, I mean, this one is, it has Canadian national ideas. And this one still has West Korean national ideas. And it's also Norse. So, I don't. It's also... Oh, it's a hermit kingdom. This crashes my game. I'm gonna be very shocked. Okay, it doesn't. But they are not Confucian, therefore their ambition of like +1 yearly harmony does nothing. Fun. The fact that we get West Korea randomly out of fucking nowhere is just wild. But sure, you know, let's spice it up. Sure, cool. We'll end this off in 16, like 56 or 57, something like that. Oh boy, the first war with Sistan. So, war with Yaman and Sistan. So the Khazars are trying to fully annex my child. Just thank you. Put them out of their misery. They've been suffering for too long. It's just... suffering for way too long, you know? Way too long. And Makamatsu, once again, going after, what's it called? Yep, going after Mongolia, even though Mongolia did nothing to you. I don't see why you have to do this to the steppe people. They're just trying to live out their ways in peace, worshipping Tengri. But nah. They must be culled. Handia, yeah, it's the morale maxing just wasn't enough. Baltistan is now joining in on the divvying up of Handia. That's unfortunate. Bukhara is still allied to Sistan, and Sistan is allied with Ajiran, as well as Mesopotamia, but Mesopotamia, they might as well not even be a factor west of the Indus River. Seriously, like, that, any military they have west is solely dedicated to Indian politics. There's nothing, they are not going to venture west of the Indus River and actually succeed with anything. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm thinking. Chenla is going after La Plata, the papacy, and Fraxinatum. Hakure is going after Wari. Khazaria, yep. Okay, Neobuyeyo against Mioren and the Kappa units. Finally, a war breaks out between the spectators over here, you know? Hakure and Mioren, they are finally at war with each other. No, they're not at war with each other, but they don't like each other. So Japan may finally be... I'm fumbling my words. Japan may finally become united in the next like few parts. We'll see. If that is if these two really go to war with each other. They might not. They might just stay they might just stay staring at each other, flinging insults and not doing anything. Maybe. I don't know. And we have to imagine that Khazaria is going to take a fair chunk of Sistan. It's not going to be pretty what they do to Sistan. Alpine Federation taking care of some particularists. And, yeah. Alpine Federation is doing what Fallen London wanted to do, and basically consolidating control across the central Mediterranean. I really do think this was the ambition of Fallen London, but luck of the draw, luck of RNG and all that, Alpine Federation just manages to do it better. Lubeck is now relegated to just this small chunk of land. Also, Mzab is fully gone, right? Right? Yes, Mzab is fully annexed. Oyo is left out there, left to dry. Fraxinatum lost their Cape colony, and their colony is now their capital is now at Cape Verde. Papacy is struggling with Norse zealots. So what happens if you fall to the zealots? Is it going to be heretic tolerance? It's called lose 1 stability. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Clergy gain 9.8%. But you're a fucking theocracy. Don't you already own? Doesn't the clergy already own most of the land? I would think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know how theocracies work. Maybe I'm in the wrong there. What other wars do we got going on? Shanzhou's going after Brunei. Ava is going after Dragoon. Bone is going after Brunei. Carib going after Mopaka. Colombo still fighting for independence. Fraxinatum Brazil is going for independence, which I think that's long since warranted. And Hakure is still going after Wari. Alright. Next year, 1657, November, we will cut the tape. We'll look at the leaderboard then. And yeah, La Plata is going to lose some more land here to Chenla, because that is a firm land border. What is this? Giant Fraxinatum Brazil. Oh, it's a colonial war. Yeah, Fraxinatum Brazil's probably going to lose this one, unless they're able to take out this army of Nongerheim, which it's possible, but it's unlikely. Fraxinatum Brazil is 3 military techs behind. That's a really good general, a 65232. Oof. Oh, 6523. Yeah, Fraxinatum Brazil, it's just not enough. There is still opportunity though. Fraxinatum Brazil does have manpower. Nongerheim doesn't have manpower. No, they do. Okay, I was mistaken. I thought they would be more exhausted, but I was wrong. Mopaka, you should probably deal with these rebels at some point instead of starving them out. 9VG, what are you doing? Alright, Opera of Audio has formed Cascadia. Sure, and 9VG is going after them. I mean, why the fuck not? I don't know what to say to that. Sure. Oh dear lord. Oh shit, I stopped it a little late. Well, you know, fuck it. We'll go to 1658. We'll go to like March, April of 1658. I got a little bit distracted. It doesn't look like though Fraxinatum Brazil. Like Nongerheim is going to Nongerheim just keeps going. There, you have no forts in your land. You're gonna actually suffer a lot. So we'll see the conclusion of this war as well as... Oh, no. I gave enough time. Cool. Colombo formed Colombia. Fantastic. Excuse me. So, with that high note, we can end this off. Yeah. Just interesting stuff all around. Hey, Green also lost a war. They were forced to give back Neva to Marathia. So, the Jews are not completely out of this yet. And Nongerheim, they're still very much in contention for Scandinavia. However, fighting against Stargard and maybe Breda, that's going to be really, really tough. And Sistan, they got bludgeoned a little bit by Khazaria. The Jews are fearsome in this region. And Mesopotamia, they're consolidating their control, just like Miao is trying to do. They are going after Maltasia, and that's going to be nothing but a win. And Neobuyeo, they also took more land from Myoren, so the Neobuyeo is slowly uniting the Korean peninsula. And hey, look at that, a beautiful united Australia, thanks to Al Jazeera Al Qadra. And no, it doesn't look like they want to colonize. I think they are content with just colonizing Australia. We'll see if they keep with that in the next part, I guess. And also the Pacific is getting filled out. Hakure took over the Hawaiian Islands, and yeah, I wonder who's gonna get Siberia though. We shall see. Other than that though, let us go to the leaderboard. So, Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do this, we still have one other thing. New institution just spawned. Where did it spawn at? We have Belobog spawning in manufactories over here. So, nice injection of power points to a tag that I would say kind of deserves it. Belobog has been steady. They've been doing okay. Not bad, not bad. So, let's take a look at that leaderboard now. Oh, that's the wars. Alright, so in first place is Breda, in second place is Kazaria, in third place are the Ankaroglus, in fourth place is Belobog, in fifth place is the United States of Albania, in sixth place is the Alpine Federation, in seventh place is Nongerheim, in eighth place is Consejo de la Lucha, otherwise known as Mexico, in ninth place is Stargard, in 10th place is Zodarmar, in 11th place is Hungary, and in 12th place is Chenla, otherwise known as Peru. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.